Let's be real for a moment. Someone, somewhere has broken your trust. Someone's words cut deeper than a sword. Someone made you question your worth. And you smiled like it didn't bother you. But inside, you burned. We all have that scar, don't we? But here's the truth no one dares to tell you. The way you handle people who hurt you defines the queen you will become. You either rise like fire or fall like ash. There is no in between. So today, let's talk about the 5 powerful ways to handle those who dare to break you and walk away stronger, brighter, untouchable. When someone hurts you, the first instinct is to react, to scream, to question, to cry. But understand this, reacting is what they expect. They want to see you broken, disturbed, shattered. Because if you react, they win. They get the satisfaction of knowing they controlled your mood, your energy, your day. But when you respond with silence, you break that pattern. You shock them. You leave them guessing. And that is the most powerful move you can make. Imagine this. A friend betrays you, talks behind your back, spreads lies about you. Everyone waits for your explosion, your drama, your defense. But you don't, you smile. You post your usual happy picture. You stay calm in the group. They wonder, why isn't she reacting? Doesn't she know? Oh, you know. But your silence is louder than any words. And in that silence, you own the room. You make them restless. Think about the workplace. Your colleague tries to outsmart you. They try to make you look incompetent in front of the boss. The trap is ready for you to argue, to defend, to justify yourself. But you look at them and you smile. You simply nod and carry on with your work. You deliver results. And guess what? The boss sees it. The team sees it. The one who tried to hurt you. They're left standing in their own puddle of insecurity, confused because you didn't react the way they hoped. That's the silent power only the wise possess. Your silence can pierce louder than shouts. Or take relationships. A man leaves without warning, without explanation. He ghosts you after months of promises. Your heart wants to call him, text him, ask why. But you stop. You hold the phone. You breathe. And you remain silent. The phone doesn't ring. The message isn't sent. He waits. He wonders why you didn't chase. He scrolls through his phone thinking you'd break, but you don't. And that right there shakes him more than any angry message ever could. Your silence is not weakness. It's strength dressed in quiet confidence. Think about social media, the battlefield of egos. Someone mocks you online, tries to drag your name for attention. Everyone waits for your reply, for the clap back. But you post nothing. You say nothing. Instead, you post about your dreams, your passions, your glow. They check again and again, no response. And it burns them inside because they realize they don't exist in your world of peace. That's power. Power without words. Even in family, when relatives compare you, gossip about your life, question your decisions, the old you would explain, defend, justify, but not anymore. You simply smile and sip your tea. You nodded and let their words fall to the floor like dust. And suddenly, they have nothing left to say, because they cannot fight someone who refuses to wrestle in mud. Your silence raises you higher than their noise. Do you know why silence breaks people? Because it forces them to hear their own voice, their own insecurities, their own guilt. Your silence becomes a mirror that reflects everything ugly inside them. And while they battle their inner chaos, you walk away in peace, untouched, unstoppable. Even when friends try to manipulate you, force you into decisions, push you to doubt yourself, don't react. Stay calm, stay silent, watch them stumble. The moment they realize they can no longer control your emotions, they panic. Because silence means you have mastered your own mind. You have built a wall they can't climb. This is what queens do. They do not scream. They do not beg. They do not explain. They walk away quietly, gracefully, powerfully. And that silence writes a louder story than any noise ever could. Set unbreakable boundaries. This is not just advice. This is survival. This is how you protect your peace, your power, your very soul. Boundaries are not walls to shut the world out. They are doors you control, deciding who gets in and who stays out. Without boundaries, you become a playground for other people's selfishness, disrespect, and manipulation. And sadly, most people will keep pushing you until you finally say, enough. Think of friendships. That one friend who always calls you when they're in crisis, but disappears when you need them. They drain your energy, fill your mind with their problems, and walk away when you're empty. And you smile, you listen, you help, but inside you crumble. Why? Because you never set a boundary. One day you say, no, I can't pick your call today. I need my space. And watch how their tone changes. Suddenly, they realize you're no longer their emotional dumping ground. You've raised a boundary. And that boundary teaches them, respect my time or lose my presence. Or think about work. Your boss sends messages late at night, deadlines you didn't agree to, meetings that invade your personal time. You fear losing favor, so you say yes every time, but you burn. You suffer in silence until one day you write, I'll respond to work matters during office hours only. Simple, firm, no apologies. And guess what? The world doesn't collapse, but you feel lighter, stronger. You set a boundary and you made them respect it. In love, boundaries are life or death. A partner who checks your phone, questions your friendships, controls your clothes. That is not love. That is control. But you let it slide thinking love means sacrifice. No. Love without respect is slavery. One day you say, my phone is private, my choices are mine. Trust me or leave me. And there it is, a line they cannot cross. If they love you truly, they will step back. If they don't, they'll show their true face. Either way, you win. Because your boundaries revealed the truth. Family, the hardest place to set boundaries. Parents, relatives, elders, they feel entitled to your life. When will you marry? When will you have kids? Why do you work so much? Why don't you follow tradition? Every visit, every call, they slice into your choices. And you smile, you nod, you suffer. Until one day you say, I live my life by my rules. I respect you, but I won't shape my happiness to fit your expectations. Watch their shock. Watch their silence. But also watch the birth of your freedom. Boundaries are hardest with family, but they're also the most necessary. Even strangers need boundaries. The rude shopkeeper, the cackler on the street, the pushy telemarketer. They cross lines because they assume you're too polite to push back. One day you turn, face the cackler and say, respect women. You don't speak to me like that. Or you tell the telemarketer, I don't wish to continue this call. Goodbye. And you hang up, no guilt, no hesitation. Because your dignity is not for sale, not even for strangers. And then there are social boundaries. Friends who tag you in nonsense posts. Acquaintances who invite themselves into your private moments. People who expect a reply at midnight. You simply say, please respect my digital space. I reply when I choose. My life is not your entertainment. Suddenly they know you are not available for disrespect. Your space is sacred. Boundaries even matter with yourself. You wake up late, you skip the workout, you eat junk, you binge, watch instead of working. No one is hurting you here but you. So you rise, you say to yourself, I deserve discipline. I deserve health. I will sleep on time. I will honor my dreams. And there it is, a boundary with your own laziness, your own weakness. Because the first person you must protect yourself from is you. Boundaries are not rude. They are not selfish. They are necessary. People will test them, push them, break them, if you let them. But when you set them with steel, with fire, with certainty, the world learns your worth. And no one ever again will play with your peace. Master the art of indifference, because not everyone deserves your attention, not everyone deserves your energy, and not every battle is worth fighting. Indifference is not coldness, it's not hatred, it's power dressed in silence. It's the ability to look at something or someone that once had the power to break you and feel nothing. Nothing but peace, nothing but clarity. When you master indifference, you control your mind, your emotions, your destiny. Think about that ex who broke your heart. The one who lied, cheated, made promises they never meant to keep. They moved on fast. They post pictures with someone new, hoping you'll see. Your heart wants to ache, to react, to text, to call, to rage. But no, you master the art of indifference. You scroll past the post without a blink. You smile at your own reflection in the mirror, not their story. You go out, laugh with your friends, build your dreams as if they never existed. And that is what burns them the most. Not your pain, but your peace. At work, there will always be that colleague who tries to compete, tries to outshine you, throws sly comments in meetings, laughs when you stumble. The old you would argue, defend, prove your worth. But the new you smile, you nod, you let your success speak. When the promotion letter arrives in your inbox, when your project wins the award, when your skills bring applause, they watch in silence, confused, defeated. You never gave them the drama they craved. You gave them indifference, and that is louder than any word you could have spoken. In friendships, you will meet people who only come when they need something. The ones who vanish when you need them. The ones who gossip behind your back but hug you when they see you. Before, you'd confront them, ask why, seek closure. But now, you see them, you smile, you step back, you remove your energy from their lives, no anger, no explanation, just distance. And the space you create speaks volumes. They feel the gap. They feel the absence of your light. And that's when they realize they lost someone they'll never replace. In family too, sometimes you must be indifferent. To the aunt who mocks your choices. To the cousin who competes in silence. To the uncle who questions your success. You no longer explain why you are single, why you chose that career, why you live the way you do. You let them talk. You pour tea. You change the subject. You smile because their words do not reach you anymore. You've built a shield called indifference. And nothing weak, nothing petty can pass through it. Social media is the biggest battlefield for this art. They post, they comment, they poke to get a reaction. Haters, critics, random strangers telling you what you should be, how you should live, how you should look. But you don't reply. You don't argue. You don't block. You rise above. Because queens do not descend into the crowd. They stay on their throne unbothered. And slowly the noise fades. Because you gave them no fuel. Even in daily small things, indifference is your secret weapon. The driver who cuts you off. The waiter who forgets your order. The rude stranger in the elevator. You could shout. You could complain. But you don't. You choose peace over poison. You stay calm. Because you understand the world is full of chaos. But you are not. Your mind is a temple, not a battlefield. You decide what gets in. And what about your past failures, the mistakes you made, the embarrassment that haunts you late at night? Indifference works here too. You smile at the memory. You nod, you move on. Because you are not that failure. You are not that regret. You are more. You have grown. You have conquered. You are free. Indifference is not weakness. It is mastery. When you can stand before chaos and not flinch, when you can face betrayal and not break, when you can hear gossip and not care, you become untouchable. You become unstoppable. You become the storm that no one sees coming. Heal loud, shine louder, because your pain was never meant to make you small. It was meant to break you open, to carve space inside you for something bigger, something brighter. Too many women heal in silence, hiding their scars like shameful secrets. But not you. You will heal loudly. You will rise boldly. You will shine so fiercely that the very ones who doubted you will have to shade their eyes from your brilliance. Think about that breakup. The one that almost crushed you. He left and for days you wanted to hide, to cry under covers, to disappear from the world. But instead, you dressed up. You posted that glowing picture, not for him, but for you. You hit the gym, you changed your hair, you signed up for that new course, your healing became visible, public, unapologetic. And when people saw you, glowing skin, sparkling eyes, unshaken smile, they whispered, wasn't she the one he broke? Yes, you were. But you chose to heal loud, and now you shine louder than his memory could ever dim. In the office, when they doubted your ideas, when they rolled their eyes at your suggestions, when they laughed behind your back, you didn't cry in the bathroom or quit. You spoke up. You worked harder. You stayed late. And when that project succeeded, when the client praised your genius, you smiled right there in the room where they once underestimated you. Your success became your revenge. You didn't break. You built. You healed your confidence not in secret, but in front of their judging eyes. And you shone so brightly that they could no longer ignore you. In friendships, the betrayal stung. The friend who gossiped about you, who revealed your secrets, who left you when you needed her most. The old you would have swallowed the pain, pretended to be fine. But not this time. You confronted it. You spoke your truth. You cried if you had to. But you didn't hide. You told your circle, this is what happened. This is why I'm walking away. And you did with grace, with your head high. And when new friends came, kind of friends, real friends, your smile was wider, your spirit lighter. You healed in daylight, and now your happiness outshines the shadow of betrayal. Even with family, the harsh words, the impossible expectations, the endless comparison, they told you to stay small, to be quiet, to settle. But you didn't. You spoke of your dreams. You told them you'd live your life your way. You disappointed them, but you freed yourself. And when your success bloomed, when you traveled, when you earned, when you lived boldly, Even they couldn't deny it. You healed the little girl inside who once wanted their approval, and you did it in full view. You healed loud, and now your independence shines so loud, it drowns their doubts. Social media, your stage of power. Once you posted sadness, heartbreak, vague quotes of loss, but not anymore. Now you post joy, achievements, beauty, power, not to prove anything, but because your healing is real and you want the world to feel its fire, you let your journey inspire others. You tell your story boldly. Yes, I was broken. Yes, I was lost, but look at me now. Your glow becomes their hope. Your shine becomes their dream. You are healing loudly, and every woman watching believes she can too, even in the mirror. Your own enemy, your own harshest critic. You used to look and see flaws, do this, do that. But now you heal that voice. You smile at your reflection. You speak softly, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are enough. You wear that bold lipstick, that daring dress, that brave hairstyle. You walk out not to hide, but to declare, I am here. I am whole. I am alive. You heal the private wounds, but you shine in public glory. Pain did not bury you. It watered you. And now you rise like a garden that blooms in every season, refusing to wilt. You dance at the party you were once afraid to attend. You speak on the stage where you once trembled. You laugh in the room where they once silenced you. Your scars are not secrets. They are stars. They light your path. And you shine so loud that the world cannot help but turn and watch. Forgive, but not for them. For you. Because holding on to anger is like holding fire in your own hands, expecting it to burn the other person. But the only one who burns is you. They sleep at night while you stay awake, replaying the pain, the betrayal, the words that cut deep. But when you forgive, truly forgive, you set yourself free, not them. You release yourself from the chains they wrapped around your heart. You walk away lighter, stronger, untouchable. Think about that friend who lied to you. She swore she had your back, but when it mattered most, she vanished. You trusted her with secrets, with dreams, with fears, and she broke that trust without apology. For months you wondered why. You imagined confronting her, shouting, exposing her lies. But then you realized she wasn't losing sleep over you. She was out living her life while you suffered in silence. So one morning you whispered to yourself, I forgive you. Not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace. And with that, the weight lifted. You didn't need her apology. You didn't need her guilt. You chose freedom. At work, your boss took credit for your ideas, smiled in meetings while your brilliance became their applause. You wanted to rage, to expose the truth, to drag their name through the dirt. But what would that give you? Bitterness, exhaustion. So you smiled, you moved on. You worked harder, smarter, knowing that real talent shines even when stolen light fades. And when your next opportunity came, when another company saw your true worth, you left with grace, no anger, no revenge. You forgave because carrying that fury would have poisoned your greatness. You won because you released it. In love, the betrayal cut the deepest. The partner who swore forever, who made promises under moonlight, only to betray you in the daylight. You cried, you begged the universe for answers, for closure, for justice. But none came until you decided enough. You wrote the truth in your journal, I forgive you. Not because you're sorry, not because you care, but because I refuse to carry your shadow into my tomorrow. And suddenly the air felt lighter. The future felt brighter. You opened space for real love. True respect, not because they changed, but because you chose joy over resentment. Even family can wound you. The parent who criticized your dreams. The sibling who competed instead of supported. The uncle who mocked instead of encouraged. Their voices echo in your mind, even years later. But you decide, I will not let their old words define my new life. I forgive, I rise. I create my own story, free from their doubts. And in that moment, you become the author of your happiness, not the prisoner of their judgments. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's the strongest armor you can wear. On social media, the trolls type their poison. Strangers insult your looks, your life, your choices. Hiding behind screens, you could reply, you could rage. But you smile instead. You close the app, you go outside and live. Because their words are empty and your life is full. You forgive their ignorance because you refuse to let them steal a second more of your peace. That's how queens rise, untouched by the noise of the unimportant. Even in small daily things, the rude shopkeeper, the driver who cuts you off, the neighbor who gossips, you could explode, you could curse, but you choose grace. You breathe. You forgive. Because peace is priceless. And anger is too expensive to afford over small people doing small things. You move forward. You glow. You live in joy. Because forgiveness gave you wings. You didn't forgive them for their sake. You forgave for you. So you could walk lighter, laugh louder, dream bigger. Because your destiny is too great to be chained by the weight of old wounds. Never lower your standards to make someone comfortable. Never shrink so someone else can feel tall. Never dim your light just because it makes others squint. Your standards are the boundaries you build around your worth. The moment you let them slip, the moment you soften them to please others, you trade pieces of your soul for approval. And that is a deal too expensive to make. You were not created to fit into small places. You were not born to be easy to handle. You were made to be fire, to be storm, to be sky, wild, untamed, unapologetic. Think of love. The man who says, "Why are you so ambitious? Why do you work so hard? Why can't you be satisfied?" He wants you small. He wants you to settle, to be less so he can feel more. But you do not fold your dreams to fit his comfort. You do not cancel your goals to soothe his insecurity. You smile and say, "If my strength threatens you, I am not your woman." And you walk away. Because queens do not kneel to make kings feel tall. You kept your standards high, and in doing so, you saved your future. In friendships, they say, "You've changed. You're too busy. You've become different." But they forget. You grew. You evolved. You set standards on who gets your time, your energy, your trust. The friend who only calls when they need something. You gently say no. The one who gossips about others. You distance yourself. You don't bend your truth to stay liked. You don't pretend to be less so they can feel more. Real friends rise with you. They don't pull you down. And you stay rising with standards untouched. At work, they want you to say yes, to stay late without pay, to nod and smile even when you're tired, even when you deserve more. But you don't. You ask for that raise. You demand fair treatment. You speak when they expect silence. And they call you difficult. They call you demanding. But they also respect you. Because people secretly admire those who refuse to break their own rules. You may lose small favors, but you gain big victories. Because you kept your standards unshaken. In family, they expect you to follow the old ways. Marry because it's time. Choose a safe job because it's proper. Live a quiet life because it's respectable. But you don't. You choose your path. You build your business. You delay marriage. You travel and they frown, they whisper, they criticize. But you smile. You keep walking. Because your life is not a sacrifice for their comfort. Your standards, your happiness come first. And slowly, even they begin to understand. Even they begin to respect the woman who refused to bow. In daily life, the stranger who flirts disrespectfully, the vendor who cheats, the friend who cancels last minute, you speak up. You correct them. You don't laugh it off or accept bad service or tolerate bad behavior just to keep the peace. You choose your dignity over their ease. You choose your worth over their opinion. And in doing so, you train the world how to treat you, even with yourself. You wake up tired, tempted to skip the gym, tempted to scroll mindlessly, tempted to settle for good enough instead of greatness. But you whisper, "I don't lower my standards. Even for me." You push through the workout. You eat right. You write the next chapter. Because you know self-respect starts from the promises you keep to yourself. Your standards are not negotiable. They are the price of your peace, your joy, your future. Lower them once and people will expect you to lower them forever. But when you hold them high, when you guard them like treasure, the right people, the right opportunities, the right life comes to meet you. Not because you begged, but because you refused to settle, because you stayed true, because you never let comfort cost you your crown. And now listen to me closely because this is the part most people miss in life. The world will try to soften you. They will want you to bend, to break, to fold into a shape that fits their comfort. They will call you too much, too bold, too hard to love, too ambitious. But let me tell you this truth. Being too much is far better than being too little. Because the moment you lower your standards to make others feel okay, you start disappearing. And darling, you were not born to disappear. You were born to stand out, to rise, to roar. The greatest mistake you will ever make is thinking you have to shrink so someone else can stay. No, you are not here to beg for love, for respect, for value. You are not here to explain why you dream so big why you laugh so loud, why you walk like you own the floor. You are here to become unforgettable. And unforgettable people are never small. They are never easy to carry. They are storms. They are fire. They are thunder in human form. Oprah once said, you teach people how to treat you. And how do you teach them? By the standards you set. By what you allow. By what you accept. Every eyes you say when you mean no. Every time you laugh when it's not funny. Every time you tolerate disrespect because you're afraid to lose someone, you are teaching the world that your worth is negotiable. Stop teaching people that you will bend to fit their story. You were meant to write your own. Remember this, diamonds don't lose their value because someone cannot afford them. Stars don't stop shining because someone closes their eyes. And queens don't lower their crowns because someone cannot handle their light. Let them go blind, let them walk away, let them gossip. But you stay brilliant, you stay fierce, you stay royal. There will be men who say, why are you so difficult? Let them go. The right one will say, thank God you never settled. You are everything I dreamed of. There will be friends who whisper, she thinks she's better than us. Let them whisper. The real ones will say, she inspires me to rise higher. There will be colleagues who roll their eyes because you demand respect. Let them roll. The real leaders will say, that's who we need to lead us. Listen, the world does not respect what is easy. It does not bow to what is cheap. It does not remember what is ordinary. The world bows to power, to grace, to unshakable, unstoppable, undeniable confidence. And confidence comes from standards, high ones. Ones you refuse to lower no matter how lonely the climb gets. Because yes, sometimes you'll be alone. Sometimes people will leave. But let them. They were never meant to stay in the palace you're building. Your destiny is too grand for those who are small in vision. Tony Robbins once wrote, if you want to take the island, burn the boats. Burn the boats of low standards. Burn the boats of people pleasing. Burn the boats of self-doubt. There is no going back. There is no just this once. Every moment you stand firm in your worth, the universe takes notes. God watches. Life prepares the stage you were meant to walk. And when that day comes, when you stand in your power, in your fullness, in your blazing light, they will all see. The ones who left, the ones who doubted, the ones who laughed. They will see and they will know she never lowered her crown. She never bowed, she never broke. And because of that, she rose higher than they ever dreamed possible. So hold the line, stand the ground, guard the standard. Because the highest form of self-love is refusing to make yourself small so others feel big. Let your worth terrify the weak. Let your strength inspire the brave. Because you, my friend, were born to be remembered, not for how you bent, but for how you stood. And the world will never forget you.